Been looking everywhere for my safety glasses. I'm LT and this is my garage. Last time you guys saw me, I was sitting around trying to figure out what to do with the side marker lights on this truck. To be 100% honest with you, I still don't know what I want to do. So I'm going to start by shaving the old ones off and we'll go from there. I think I'll start with the rear. I'll shave that factory light off, put the new bucket in, and then I'll move to the front, shave that factory light off, and then figure out where I want to put the new one. Let's get to work. One thing you should do is invest in 2 grinders, so you don't always have to be swapping these out like I do. Just like when I did the fuel door, I'm gonna leave this structure in here for now. I can get at the back side once the bed is off. Definitely don't want to leave it because that's just asking for trouble. Basically just be making a pocket for water to sit in. So I'm definitely gonna want to cut that out later on, clean up the back side of it. Now I'm going to take this grinder with a 60 grit flat disc here, and I'm just going to knock down the high welds. I don't want to spend a lot of time on that with this grinder because it will warp it. I'm not as bad as one of these crazy abrasive things. Don't use this on your body panels. After I knock down the high ones with that, I move to my die grinder, finish it up. And then I'll figure out where I want to put those light buckets we made last week. What do you think, Daisy? Good enough for now? Yeah? You didn't even look at it. She says it's good enough for now. She may not have said it, but I can see it in her eyes. She said it's good enough for now. So proud of that treat Mom brought home for her. She just had to show it off. Break time's over. I've been sitting here trying to figure out exactly where I want to put this rear side marker. I got to figure it out. Like I said before, sometimes they get it right. Put it right back where it was. It'll just be a different shape. Now that we got the placement figured out, at least for the rear, I'm gonna put the light bucket we made last week in there. If you didn't see that video, links down below, check it out. Made 4 of these light buckets. So now, get them put into place. right, now that we got that cut out and this fits, remember our 7/16 line we drew around this? I'm gonna line that up the bottom edge because this fender tapers in, so it'll be a little bit more on the top. But I don't want to go any further in this line, so I'm gonna line up the bottom, tack it in, and make sure this is all straight. Do a few tacks around there, cut the excess off, and weld it up. Move on to the front. All right. I'm just gonna start by doing one tack on the top. And that way I can still kind of move it around. And then once I'm happy with it, then I'll do a few more of them. We'll cut the excess off. Weld it up. Hit it. Found it easier to tack the bottom instead. I think that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna have to sit back and look at it though. No matter how many times you measure it, seems like your eyeball sometimes is more reliable. I think that'll work. Well guys, that's looking pretty good. I think I'll do some tacks on there, cut the excess off, weld it up. like it. Let's move on to the front. See what we can do up here. Up front here, I was drawing lines off the bumper, the headlight bezel, body line, whatever I could do to try to figure out where this side marker would look best. But turns out where it looked best is where I just stuck it on, where my eyes told me it looked good. So that's where it's going, right there. These drill bits here I get from Matco, these things are amazing. Best drill bits I ever had. Alright, that's tacked into place on the front side. What's cool about doing this fender on this table here is that I can flip it over. I'm going to do some tacks back there just to hold it in place a little better. Some really thin stuff, guys. Really thin, but doing my best, keep it cool. It's working out. Just gotta take my time. That's it for this week. Custom side marker lights. Done. Well, provisions for them on the passenger side. I'll do the driver's side later. See you next week.